Coming at you from Submarine Studios, it's the latest episode of Rage Across the Internet, the Werewolf the Apocalypse podcast. And hey, it's our 25th episode.
Woohoo!
Yay!
Yay! Yeah, that's right. We've got producer Joey, as always, right here in the studio.
Hey, guys.
Daniel Tyson, the man.
Yo, hey-yo.
And hey, look at this, we got Tom.
Straight out of the van.
Straight out of the van. Of course, I'm your host, Porter. And 25 episodes.
This is crazy.
Right?
Special occasion.
Didn't think we'd make it past 5.
Well,
At least you had your bar set kind of high.
Well, I didn't say people would be listening by 5. I just thought we'd do 5.
Oh, okay.
Well, and considering we did 4 in one night, it was like, hey, we did a thing one time.
Yeah.
You know, it really could have been the end of it.
It really could have. But as it turns out...
You know, and 25 episodes. And we've come a long way in that time.
Yeah, we actually have people who listen to this.
We have people who donate money to help us do this. That's through our Patreon, by the way. You can find it on our website.
Nice plug.
Thank you. What you talking about?
Shameless.
No, shameless, Danny would be mentioning that our merch store is up from that very same website, where you can get everything from T-shirts to coffee mugs. We got some Post-it notes coming. We got hats.
You know, I'm excited about the hoodie. I'm excited about the hoodie and the Post-it notes.
I want the hoodie so bad.
Well, because the shirt's ready now. That's right.
Yes.
The
In fact, it just came in today. Danny was our...
model.
I was going to say...
Guinea pig.
Yeah, I was going to say guinea pig. But so tell us about how did it fit? How is it?
It's a good fit. I imagine it might shrink a little if you don't dry it correctly, but turn them inside out, wash them and dry them, you should be fine.
It's called read the directions on the tag.
The tag is so damn small, I couldn't read it.
Pull your glasses out next time.
Solid point.
Stop a young kid on the street and have them read.
Stop that. Stop. You know he's on a list.
Oh, damn it, you.
Hey, at least it's not like he's jumping out of a van like Tom would be.
You have to unlock the van to let me out, so I don't know about me jumping out.
He's the one who jumped in to begin with.
It says free puppies.
It did say, that one did say free puppies.
It doesn't anymore?
Well, it's a different
Not
van.
anymore.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. We're working on one that says free candy.
Oh, nice.
See?
I'm going to get in that one, too.
We?
Oh, you've got your home.
Fine.
We got to get the next one ready.
Jesus.
We need to catch number 4.
Right?
Just in case.
Wait, there's 2 others?
There used to be.
You're number 3.
I'm scared.
No, we never told you. You're Tom 3?
I'm scared.
Just behave. Everything will be fine.
Yeah, just behave.
Can I just go back to my puppies?
Not right now.
Nope.
We have a show to do.
Fine.
No, they're bonding with 4 right now.
It's just in case.
I got nothing.
You better hope 4 doesn't either.
No, but...
So, we do actually have a show to do.
No, we do. But, you know, it's 25th. Let's say we're having some fun with it.
Yes.
Yeah, special occasion, too. This is the first time Tom and I have been in studio together at the same time.
That's not true.
In a while,
It's been a while, but that's not true.
You know, pandemic.
Well, we did the one episode, but that was on Zoom.
It's true. He was not physically
I
here.
wasn't
No,
physically here.
is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Patreons get the lost episode.
Yeah.
But
again, that was on Zoom
Yeah,
too.
you were still zoomed in?
That was still
Yeah.
Zoom.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
So now
weird.
that you are plague free,
That's weird, yeah.
Right.
for sure,
No plague.
no plague.
Yeah, let him out of the box, so...
So yeah, special occasion, 25. This should be fun.
No, it should be, you know, and it's again, I mean, we make our jokes, but we've come a long way.
We really, really have.
You know, we had this idea to put this like idiot show together.
And hey, look, we got an idiot show.
We do. It was a pretty good idiot show, honestly. I'm pretty proud of it. You know, we've got listeners. You know, holy shit, you guys, thank you.
Yeah.
We've above and beyond what we ever expected, and we say that, but it keeps being true, and the number keeps growing.
Yeah, it's a record every Tuesday, just about.
Just
it's
about,
amazing.
yeah.
It's awesome.
We've got the game going on Discord that has already started. By the time this airs, it'll already have started. Mm-hmm. So, we got a shout out to Sean and Strides who are running that game for us.
Yeah.
Tuesday nights, Friday nights.
Okay.
And if you're not on the Discord, get over there.
It's
you gotta
your
be part of the
fault.
game.
Now, are they accepting new players? Because they were talking about like an open world concept. So
I think that's going to be a question for them, but
that could be a show too.
Yeah, that might be a show. And by the time this airs, we might have that question, so we might have that answered.
Okay, so we can answer that in the forums.
Yeah,
it'll work.
Also, by the time this airs, you will have 6 days left to get in on that contest.
Whoa.
Ooh, wow.
Is that true?
That is true. I just looked it up.
Somebody with a calendar, thank God.
Hey, look at that. Look at this. This pimp over here.
6 days.
Earning your keep, 3. So
he's got
They're going to let me out of the
work at
van
it.
more often.
there's still time to join that contest, and we've talked about it before. We'll talk about it again. Just grab a screenshot of you talking us up somewhere that is not the Werewolf Facebook group. Mm-hmm. A Reddit, a forum, wherever. Somewhere you think some people need some werewolf in their lives. Share the love, post that screenshot, your name goes in a hat, we draw the hat at the end of the month, and maybe you get $10 credit for Draft the RPG, maybe you get $5. Maybe you get nothing, but hey, we'll do more of these in the future.
Yeah.
Provided this one goes well.
Yeah.
I don't,
We'll see.
Yeah.
We got some time.
And I mean, if anybody has ideas for the next contest, they can totally write in.
They can. We'd love to hear it.
Yeah.
RageAcrossPodcast@gmail.com.
Hey, you got it right.
I did. It only took me 25 episodes.
Congratulations.
He gets a clap for that one.
It's about damn time, Porter.
Hey,
25th time was a charm.
That's all it took. It's all it took. My natural.
Yeah.
All right, so what are we doing here?
Well, I thought this would be a good episode. That we don't have a goal per se. I don't have an agenda today, but I thought this would be a good time to kind of celebrate where we've come from and celebrate the game.
Okay. Like cake, candles?
No.
Glass of wine?
Cake is gross.
Hell yeah.
But, just take a moment, 4 of us, just talk the game, talk about the game that we love and why we love it and the things about it. And, hey, what the hell? A second objective. This could be great for you guys out there who are brand new to the game or looking to get someone brand new to the game. Maybe this is the episode you show them first.
Okay.
Not a bad idea.
Yeah. Because it's what we love about the game.
Right. It's us just talking about something we love, but also maybe we're unintentionally selling you on the thing.
Yeah, I don't see why not.
We'll see how it goes first.
This could be a terrible mistake. What I love is the embezzlement. What?
Where'd that come from?
Well, when your check's clear.
We get paid?
No, I get paid. You don't think I'm storytelling for free. Dude, you got an invoice coming, 3.
How am I going to make the money?
Sell a puppy.
No, those are my friends.
Well,
they're supposed to be your food. You best ration.
Oh, God.
All right, I wasn't going to touch that. I'm going to move on because I had something, but I'm not touching that.
No.
Gross. This is already not working out the way we want it to.
No, I'm very happy with this.
I was going to say, I was like, who's included in the we?
Right.
Because this side of the table thinks it's hysterical.
Oh, man.
Up top.
Nice.
No, Werewolf the Apocalypse, though. For my money. I've always loved werewolves.
Okay.
I mean, they're fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Way cooler than dirty leeches. No, I take my shots because that's fun for me.
Right,
absolutely
right, yeah.
But I look back, you look back at stuff, this came out in the 90s.
Yes.
And you look at the stuff that was around, and you get, something like you kind of can't avoid Interview with a Vampire.
Right.
And it's, Tom Cruise in his pantaloons hopping around, trying to make out with his 6-year-old Kirsten Dunst. What's the appeal? He gets to wear a fun wig? Pass. I'm being super unfair. It's fine.
Kirsten Dunst was always my favorite.
And look, she was great in the movie, especially for a child actress. But
right.
My point is there's something to me that was, my jokes aside, something kind of flowery, and maybe we'll even say fancy about vampires.
You have a problem with fancy?
Doesn't appeal to me.
Okay.
In contrast to like that raw power, and that primal, aspect to the werewolf.
He's a Neanderthal.
It draws me in. It's it's in tune with nature. It's just that raw force of nature, unbridled. That's the stuff.
Yeah, primal, absolutely.
It's definitely what drew me.
So. Honestly, I like a high thread count in my sheets. Okay, fancy's my jam.
There's a difference between fancy and comfortable, though.
You like a high thread count too?
It's comfortable.
See?
Not fancy.
I have no idea what they're talking about.
Sheets are, no, I understand you don't have any. The newspapers we give you? how you, if you're cold, you wrap yourself in those papers. It's kind of like that.
Don't bump the microphone. Careful.
You walked
where it is.
You walked right into that.
Oh, God, that was funny.
I apologize. We'll see maybe about that.
Oh, you can leave that in. I'm sorry, but I
No.
No, it's
No,
staying in.
are you kidding?
Hey, give me some sheets, though. High thread count.
You wish.
Yeah, like 4.
Right. Get some urine stove numbers that I find out in a dumpster and
zero
nothing.
thread count newspaper.
There's, I'm not even able to go right now. There's
Right.
a level of eloquence maybe to a vampire. A level of poor people here that can't breathe it, and there's nothing wrong with that really. When we're not telling jokes, but the werewolf always appealed to me more, and then to take it to the next level with Werewolf the Apocalypse, and it's really the meat of what I'm getting at.
Okay.
Here. Fuck this only at the full moon stuff. Fuck this one form stuff. How many werewolf movies have we seen where they just turn into a wolf? And then you get that look at the White Wolf's Krynos and Hispo and Glabro and the idea of changing whatever the fuck you want to. That immediately brought me in.
See, when, I was introduced, I was a vampire player from Jump Street. And the joke was, Wolfman's got nards. That's what we thought of werewolves. Oh, yeah.
And it's a conversation for a different day, but I think the conversation I want to have.
Oh, yeah.
It's a conversation we had in the Discord not too long ago, actually.
Yep.
There's a little lore disconnect that irks the shit out of me.
Mm-hmm. And then, that was just werewolves. It wasn't, Werewolf the Apocalypse. And
So just werewolves in general.
Yeah. Werewolves in general held no appeal for me. They still really don't.
How dare you?
Well, good to have you here.
No.
Boy.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Taking auditions for producer Joey, too.
You taking interviews? So,
About to start.
Werewolf the Apocalypse is a different being entirely.
Okay.
Rather than the B-movie Werewolf.
No, absolutely.
So, I love Werewolf the Apocalypse, the role-playing game. I'm not digging on the B-movie Wolfman's
The
Got
generic,
Nards.
in fact, the Wolfman.
Yeah.
As opposed to werewolf.
Right. Yeah.
The moon changing one.
Yeah.
Right.
I get what
That's,
you're doing,
it's like, really? Okay, fine, whatever.
Well, And I think the funny thing is, and correct me if I'm wrong here, because, we have that idea of that Wolfman, as we will refer to it. Your Lon Chaney's, your Jack Nicholson's.
Yeah.
Well, that was a good fucking movie, though. Jack Nicholson and Wolf, that was actually pretty good.
Well, mainly because Jack Nicholson.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
Michelle
period.
Pfeiffer, Spader, at the top of their game, forget about it. Neither here nor there, though. And it's like a Happy Meal. All right? When you're a kid, you didn't say no to a Happy Meal.
No.
And you get a toy.
Yeah, you get a toy, it's like these fries and a burger, and everything. It's a Happy Meal. It's right there.
Mm-hmm.
But then, so it's like those the Wolfman's a Happy Meal. Your Happy is a fun toy to play with, and then you get introduced to War of the Apocalypse. And
that's your combo meal?
No, someone's fucking filet mignon.
Oh.
Look, I've been eating this shit?
See, I didn't know about Happy Meals when I was a kid.
It's like if you just had grass on a plate.
Okay.
And then someone gave you like a carrot.
Oh, okay.
She's a vegetarian, you see. We have to. Is that good? Is that
that's much better, yes.
All right.
Yeah, no.
Got Danny with that one.
I knew it was coming. It still got me.
And McDonald's is not vegetarian friendly. Not in the least.
No.
Not ever.
They serve salads.
With bacon as a vegetable.
Bacon?
Sounds great.
Yeah.
It's my favorite vegetable.
Every salad I have ordered at McDonald's, I say, like, no bacon. I'm a vegetarian. I don't eat
pre-made.
meat.
They're not going to.
And they, like, you'd think that they would make another one. Nope.
No, they're pre-made.
Yeah,
they will not make another
yeah,
one.
no, you get every salad in there has some kind of disgusting meat on it.
Shockingly not sponsored.
Shocking.
It's weird. We reached out.
They won't return our phone calls.
They have not returned our phone calls.
Hopefully by this episode they will.
Well, if anything's going to do it.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah. It's the Werewolf Podcast. That's what's gonna.
Well, maybe those Happy Meals will start selling werewolf toys.
I will eat nothing but Happy Meals until I get 2 of all of those. If they start selling, get to it, guys.
Yeah. If you guys
Let's get
can.
the Impersium meal.
Write to corporate headquarters and tell them you want the Happy Meal toy.
Persian meal. Holy shit. What is going on?
You guys having fun yet? That's the goal.
This is when we don't have a script.
25th episode.
I want to
The
say.
collection of assholes are going to shine.
Right.
Yeah. What are you doing over there? I don't even know what you're doing. Assholes should not shine.
Whoa.
There's like waxing
Danny,
over
sit
there.
Come on. So wrong.
Oh boy. Well, to pivot off that.
Yeah.
Let's reel this in a
go away.
little. I was brought into this by Danny over here.
Mm-hmm.
And I was a D&D player prior to this. A very,
I am so
very
sorry.
casual D&D player. Like I'm not even that deep into it. I played maybe 10 games prior to coming into this.
Okay.
And I was the problem player.
Yep.
I'm sure if you heard one of the previous episodes, I was the problem player. I was the guy that was just, oh, we're sailing? What are we doing? Oh, I jumped off. Can someone save me?
Well, I think you were the problem player because you were playing D&D.
I agree, because it was boring.
Yeah.
It sounds boring. Why would you just sail?
You're the intelligent kid stuck in the classroom that's teaching to the dumb kid. Like, so you're bored as hell and you're just making problems.
Yep. That's exactly what it was. Mm-hmm. And then Danny brings me along and goes, you want to try out this werewolf thing? Because even he knew nothing about it. It's just a werewolf thing.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
that's because you told me about, your D&D past.
Mm-hmm.
And, from what Porter was telling me, that werewolf is so much more. It's so much more story. It's so much more passion, even. And then I was like, well, if Tom's done D&D before, I'm curious on what he thinks about this. So, it was just... It worked. It worked out very well, especially right at the start.
Well, I came in thinking it was Werewolf B. I didn't know until
Wolfman?
the book in front of me.
Yeah. Yeah. And then you discovered it was Werewolf and not Wolfman.
And then I fell in love.
Yeah.
Just going through W20 and reading just the little snippets for each tribe.
Yeah.
And I went, this is awesome.
And that was something too. The fucking tribes, the whole cultures, and that's just one. But you have all of the different tribes to choose from, and their histories, their heroes, their legends, their own weaponry, and their belief structures.
Yeah, they have their own lore. Like in inside the tribe of, whether they're the hero or the villain or somewhere in the middle.
And there's a lot of room in the middle.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, a lot of room in the middle. It's how do you put that?
I fell in love with the artwork too.
Oh, the artwork is amazing.
The artwork helps visualize.
Oh, for sure.
Some of that middle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And nobody is saying that you have to be a good person.
I think you almost can't be on a level. But then again, then you get into the what makes a good person.
Yeah.
And that's part of the game.
That's really part of the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or at least it certainly should be.
What makes a good person to human knowledge?
Right.
That's where that line is, I think.
And that's the thing too. To take that shift between what the human perspective.
Mm-hmm.
And we hear it all the time. We see it all the time.
Yeah.
You will look through the various message boards or groups that we're a part of to try to get the word out. And we'll see people who will look at things from a purely human perspective.
Right.
It's like, well, yeah, you can look at it that way. But it's so much more interesting when you stop and you shift it over to the perspective of the Garu.
Yeah, try and look at it through these eyes rather than your own.
Right, because those are the eyes you're playing from.
Yeah, yeah. No, and the cognitive disconnect between, producer Joey to get into the head of Echo and think about things from her perspective and what she sees as right, wrong, indifferent.
Yeah.
It is so much different. I'm not going to do any of those things. No. But, she grew up in that world. We were talking about Guru history class. She grew up in that world.
Guru
So
101.
Yeah, so that's normal to her. Writing practices were, write the litany. So that's... She doesn't see it from the human perspective. Which
is... that's a great perspective to be from, as a character.
Yeah.
Normally you get that with the metas.
Right.
But then that has its own challenges.
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, if you try and look it through the meta's eyes, it's not easy. Let me rephrase that. Looking it through Hamid's eyes is easy because we're human in real life.
Right.
So to change that, yeah, I'm sure it's a lot harder to change if you're playing as a metis.
Yeah.
Harder still, lupus.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Good luck.
I haven't taken that challenge on yet. I mean, it's something I think about and something I would be interested in trying to figure out how to do, but I haven't taken that step yet. Because I'm just not prepared.
Right. It's a lot of work.
It's true, but there's always time. And that's the cool thing, too, is there's always time. Let's be honest here. This game ended, the line ended, 18 years ago?
Something like that, yeah.
And...
We're still playing it.
Yeah. And I mean, absolutely, thanks to Onyx Path, they brought it back for the 25th anniversary. 20th anniversary.
20th.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's Werewolf 20.
Yeah, it is. That's why we call it that, not W25.
Right.
It's my first show. Sorry, guys. This is Porter 2 coming at you.
I was going to say, Porter 2. Porter 3 is waiting in the van with Tom 4.
No, he is not.
No.
No, the Porters have a lush waiting room. You don't want to see where we keep the spare Dannies.
No, you're right.
He's still the original, though. Gotta give him credit.
Thank you.
Okay, anyway, moving on.
Yeah. Jesus Christ, what were we even? No, the Werewolf 20, absolutely brought it back. And how fucking cool that was. Werewolf 20 is such a great book.
It is amazing.
It's hard not to gush over it, and that's not the plan, but... I was so thrilled to have the games back. As someone who had been there, and it had this gone away. And here it's coming back. It's coming back, and we're going to do more than one book. So you got your Werewolf 20, your Umbra 20, your Worm 20. I mean, how many books you guys look through? Mostly you guys look at the 20 stuff.
Right.
Right.
Well, it's the most recent. It's the most...
fleshed out, maybe.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Well, it's got more specifics.
I think it just benefits of 2 decades of love.
Right.
And then, now we've got 5th coming, Werewolf 5, and that's the big question mark.
That is a big question mark.
And, when we cross that bridge when it comes to it, but the point is, it's not stopping the game.
No.
It's not stopping what we're doing.
The game is still going, and the simple fact is, what I hold in my heart is that even if they stop printing books, it's not going to stop the game.
No.
No, we can, especially when we play our games in the 90s, we can go this for a long time.
Yeah. And you know what? If we run out of years in the 90s, we can hand in our character sheets and start over again.
Yep. Hey, what's Werewolf for the Future look like? What if the apocalypse didn't happen? What if it's 2220? And the shit ain't happened yet.
Wow. I can't even, it's hard to picture.
You got like the last Red Talon, he's got a cannon by the tree. The one tree. Yeah, the tree.
Yeah.
Sounds like there'd be a lot of bone gnars and glasswalkers.
But
you could do it.
You could do it.
I mean, weird, but you could do it is the thing. It doesn't have to stop. It can keep going as long as there's people who love the game. And and clearly there are. Because and I want to stress this. Joey and I we're old hat. Mm-hmm. We're a couple of old fuckers. We came back from the old days. I don't want to keep saying old.
We came in from the cold.
That's what I said, cold. The cold days. When we were hanging out with our friend Eel Eye.
Yes.
Be cold. Yeah. But
you heard me wrong.
That's right. It was your fault, not mine. But, we're sitting here with Tom and Danny.
Yeah.
The young pups of it.
Yeah, who knew fuck all.
0.
Until a couple years ago.
Yeah.
Right.
Until they met the right person.
Thank you.
Yes. I don't want to make his head any bigger, but yeah, you're right.
He's the main reason I did stick with it.
Yeah.
If his stories weren't as good as they are, I don't see me sitting here.
You still be sailing in a boat, jumping off?
Yeah. No, I wouldn't be.
Well,
I wouldn't go back to D&D. No.
I mean,
there's other games I played too besides that. I was more of a tabletop guy. But
when I would get invited to sit in on his games, I would buy a plane ticket. It's happened more than once.
Yep.
So, that should tell you something about the quality of storytelling.
And
it's getting so big.
It's fine. We got the sunroof. We'll just help me out.
I was gonna say we're gonna need a bigger studio soon.
Well,
another chair for his head.
A chair?
A chair?
Another window.
Well, his neck is weak and it'll flop over.
Oh, all right.
So another microphone then?
Yikes. Now Porter 2's just going to burst out. It's like Alien,
Oh, God.
Won't lie, though. That is one of the main reasons why I love the game so much. This guy tells such great stories.
Yeah.
I mean, not only that, the W20 is great. Everything I've been reading for this podcast, even for our stories.
Right.
I probably only have maybe 30% of the knowledge of the game.
God, yeah.
Exactly.
I mean,
there's so much.
There's the lore and the knowledge, and I mean, there's tribe books, there's novels. It just goes on and on and on.
But at the same time, it's still accessible.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I mean, I've said it before. Is my problem with D&D. Because I've played D&D, and when
I'm sorry.
Well, that's the thing is when I sat down to it, it was the inaccessibility of it all. You make your character, and so I make my character. And you want to ring the bell, and that was before we had the sentence.
Right.
You didn't have the phrase back then, but you're doing the best you can. So here's my, my fighter man from the village, and now I'm going from the village to the big city to meet this party from random happenstance or whatever to get the mission going. And there's like a goblin. I see a goblin off the road, and I go
slime.
Yeah, and it's like, well, what is that? What's that slime? Is that dangerous? Yeah. Is that common? Yeah, I don't know, because
But your character grew up in that village.
And I don't even know the name of the damn village.
Right?
So they didn't give you any
just
context.
The village.
Yeah, there's no context to that world. Where the World of Darkness, there is a context. It's a shittier version of ours.
Yeah.
And what that means can vary to your storyteller. But you know what? You know what a Buick is. You know what a streetlight is. You're not confused. It's not a strange creature that you have no context for. You go, oh, it's a red light. I'm not going to walk across the street right now.
Because in the World of Darkness, you could possibly get hit by the Buick coming down the road.
See how that all... See, look at that. They all tied together.
Yeah, but if you're brand new and you just changed and you happen to stance into the Umbra, guess what? What's that?
Sure, but that's...
But that's the whole point, because with these books, that gives you that context.
True.
And then there is that whole other world to it, you know? I mean, like, you're absolutely right. You know, the wonder of the spirit world and in the different realms inside the Umbra. Holy shit. I mean, there's so much to unpack and to explore.
A lot of layers to that onion.
A lot of levels to it.
A lot of levels to that onion.
A lot of levels to that onion.
Oh, we're going back to that shit.
Well, level 2 is onion.
Level 3?
More onion.
It's true.
Oh, God.
Oh, yeah. If you want a level to the onion button, let us know.
We could do it. There's no reason we
Yeah,
can't.
that's true, man. I kind of hope someone does now. just because.
Well, now that you said that, someone's going to request it.
Please, do it. I don't believe Tom.
Well, you just requested it, so...
I'm not requesting
I'll
it.
start on it tonight. I'll have that graphic ready. Don't mess with me. Holy shit.
Wow.
But yeah, you know, I think there's
Well, and the diversity.
sure.
You know, the player character diversity that comes into play.
Yes.
You know, I mean, you've got 13 playable tribes.
5 auspices, 3 breeds,
You know,
a whole planet to choose from.
yeah. You know,
the creativity is just... It's there.
but it's manageable.
Right.
Because
It's
there...
not overwhelming. for
Yeah,
Sure.
you know, there are role-playing systems out there, and it's like, I want to be a prince from this planet. Okay, fine, roll it up. Like, it's not that open. So it has a lot of possibility, but it's still manageable. I have to choose one of these 5 auspice. I have to choose one of these 3 breeds. I have to choose one of these tribes. You know, so
It's a lot of combinations.
It's a lot of combinations, but it's also not extremely overwhelming.
Right.
Of I could be a Buick from outer space if I wanted to be.
But there are games where
That's cool. Yeah,
If
You know?
really want to be a Buick from outer space.
Roll it.
but yeah, there are role-playing games where you can be literally anything you can imagine if you can roll it up, and that's
Such
I
a
think
weird statement.
too wide open. You know, how do you unite a party? How do you get a group of people together if you've got a squirrel from Mars and a Buick from Jupiter? You know, how do you even do that? But
I don't know.
but here, you know, you have these player characters who you can all stuff in a van. You can black bag them if you need to.
I've done it before.
Yeah, that's how we started our game. That's how we first started. We all woke up
In a van.
in a van, a black hood over our heads.
My favorite lazy opening.
Hey, but you know, it's classic
Wasn't that
for a
lazy,
reason.
though?
You wrote it well enough where it was, I don't want to say relatable, because how weird is that?
That's weird. Wow.
What you choose to do on your weekends is your business.
Well, you just remember when we
We
met
each
Tom
had
number
our
1.
own solo introduction to before we got thrown in that van. So that's
Yeah.
why it was...
Yeah, you get your preludes. Yeah.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, but I mean, it's a classic for a reason.
No, it's true. And in my defense, it was just a four-part little arc to see if this was something they wanted to do.
Right.
You know, I didn't want to get too heavy and have 2 stories in, you know, going, it's not for me. And I've done like 8 stories written, ready to roll, you know?
Yeah. I don't.
Yeah, but we started running with it.
You did, but I didn't know you were gonna.
I've never gotten a prelude from you.
No.
Well, you've also been playing a lot longer and have already had
Lots of role-playing background.
One, background, yeah, and then two, you've already had established characters.
Well, that's the thing is I'm always jumping in and out of his games.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
how do you
never
start a
been there
brand
from
new
Jump
character?
Street to make
Right, yeah.
And I wouldn't make you do a brand new character with these guys.
Right, because that's not fair.
Right. I'm a little class, short and stout. I'm going to get killed real quick because I ain't got shit.
I look at it.
That's how the rhyme goes, yeah?
Yes.
This
Close
is my
enough.
first role-playing game. Like, real role-playing game.
Right,
I've
because
never
you're
LARPed,
actually
I've
role-playing
never
now.
done any of that. This was my first real role-playing game, so I fell in love from Jump Street.
Yeah, because what you were doing with D&D did not
Well, I guess
count.
I didn't play it that much. I couldn't even tell you a lick about D&D right now.
There are boats.
There are
was
boats.
a boat in that story.
Yep, so
I
there was a
remember
boat.
that.
Yeah, it's
There was also some orcs and goblins. I remember
There's
that.
probably some water.
Lots of
Maybe.
you already know more than I do.
But we don't know because
said probably.
we don't know because it could be a boat that doesn't run on
Give me an
water.
airship.
Yeah, see?
Those exist.
Man, I don't know.
Wait, what podcast is this?
Man,
I think we're in the wrong room.
Damn it, somebody hung the wrong sign above the door.
So, all right, Danny.
Yeah?
You've been playing for a couple years now.
Yeah.
How does that feel to say?
It's weird because I still feel like it's very, very new.
So it hasn't gotten stale.
Oh, absolutely not. Not even a little bit.
That's not even where I was going with it. That's nice to hear. What are your favorite parts?
I like how it's just an absolute escape. Just getting in a totally different mindset. Seeing through the eyes of something else and seeing through the eyes in a different world.
That's what role playing is. Like honestly, that's what it is.
It's really cool. I like this a lot, and it's
Like you can hang up it's like when you walk through the door and you hang your keys on the hook.
Yep.
And you know that your keys are going to be on that hook when you go to leave. But like all your troubles, all your worries, your rent checks due, all that, it's not there.
Yeah.
All you got to do is worry about what your character would do.
Which is sometimes a lot.
Well,
Especially if it's only the one day of the month.
I mean, there are moments where I've been sweating like, oh crap, what are we going to do? Oh no.
Oh, that's almost every single game.
Yeah, but it's fun.
Yeah.
Like, it's a fun sweat. I don't know.
I only sweat once. Well, that was my rank challenge. That was
Oh, God. Oh, my God. That was hysterical.
yeah, he had me sweating.
I was so proud of that rank challenge.
That was amazing.
Yeah, I was sweating listening to it.
Now, we've talked about that before, but I
My
don't
dice
care.
wouldn't come out of my hand. That's
Yeah.
how sweaty I was. My dice were sticking to my hand.
Yeah, he went to do his rank challenge and went to the Elder Ragabash on hand, which was Dead Man Dempsey of the Rabies and Chains pack. And Dempsey goes, all right.
Oh, he had a doozy.
Yep. What was that rite of passage? Or not a rite of passage. What was that
Whoa.
challenge? Whoa.
Wow.
Different animal.
Yeah, whole different animal. Well, let's see. I got rudely woken up at, this thing was 2 in the morning, and he hands me a note. It says you have 20 minutes to get the alarm clock under Xylo's bed.
Xylo being the head of the Council of Elders. Xylo kills the foe, runs the heart of the Hatebringer, who had a cabin on grounds because he said so and stop him.
I dare you.
Or was it 25 minutes?
No, it was 20.
Yeah,
No,
it was
I mean,
20.
It was originally 25, but it was 20, or was it 20 to 15?
No, it
It was
was.
2015.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, it was 20.
And by the way, a timer was started as soon as I got handed that note.
Yeah, I had my phone with the timer hit start. So he's got real time.
Yep. I have 20 minutes to go get this alarm clock.
To roll dice.
Yeah. That included the rolling of the dice.
Oh,
Like I
Yes,
said,
there
I
was no
sweating.
pausing.
No timeout to let me think. No.
Dude.
This hits 0. You're done. You're done, you drinks. Do this. Do it well. Don't wake the elder. Don't wake Daddy. Here, it's like the board game.
Yeah.
Except he's got claws and
And a clave.
And probably
and
really mad if he wakes up in the middle of the night.
Yeah. Let's, not include that he would be invading his cabin. Like, hey, home invasion.
just thought I'd break in.
Just poking around the place.
Just saying, hi, guy.
And the alarm clock was in a pot under his bed or something.
Oh yeah, that was the icing on the cake. Is the alarm clock was hanging above a pot
Yeah.
With a little note.
with a little note that said, "I lied." 15 minutes. I finished that in 11 minutes?
Yeah, you had
time.
You had time.
Thank God.
He wasn't aware of it though. He's sweating bullets.
Panicking.
I had some good rolls. I
Thank
did
God.
have some good rolls.
You got lucky.
But did
You
she
got
throw
lucky.
the alarm clock into the lake?
I did.
Yep.
Yeah.
I threw it out the door because the lake, the door faced the lake. I threw it out in the lake. I was like, I'll go get that later.
Just get it out of here.
Yep. Because as soon as I saw that it was 5 minutes less than what I had, I went,
You-
nope.
That was amazing to watch. I remember watching that and I was just like, I was dying. Like, I was trying not to laugh because you were just panic stricken.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was a little panicked for you.
But like the thinking on the feet too. Like
Yeah.
you get to the door. To the door of the cabin. You're like, oh God, what am I doing with the lock? Wait, I have open seal,
Yeah.
Yep.
which he had never used once
Right.
until that moment.
Yep. So glad that hit me. 'Cause I'm not going to sit there and try and pick in that lock.
No.
Roll like 8 times, fail.
Botch.
Oh,
And then Zylo's right there at the door.
with that alarm clock in his hand, and go, I guess you failed.
Like he didn't know about it.
No, he was just sleeping.
I'm just saying, maybe if that's what happened when he botched.
But I love the reason Dead Man Dempsey is called Dead Man Dempsey. Because you're a
Right
dead
there.
man Dempsey.
Yep.
It's right there.
Yep. It's just often heard around the South. You're a dead man, Dempsey.
Son of a bitch.
And I can't wait for Ghost to really grow into that.
He's getting there.
Oh yeah. But I mean, me as a player, I will enjoy watching that progression.
I'm enjoying watching it from my perspective too, because
Yeah.
I'm living it as we do it. So
Right. And on top of that too, I mean, we look over here at Danny.
Oh,
And
God.
the character he started at,
yes. Not anywhere near.
No. No. Not even close.
No.
We'll use the word grow. He's grown. He's definitely grown into that.
No, there's definitely the growth. There's a maturity around the character,
Right.
Mhm.
and a depth that did not exist before.
No.
I took that arm, and that's kind of a dick move.
I'm happy
And
it happened, though.
it was the best thing that ever happened to that character.
Yeah.
Bottom line,
Yeah. I mean, I think before that's when he started to grow already, but it was a very slow progression. And then the loss of the arm, I think, just jump-started it.
it was a come to Gaia moment.
I don't think
Nice.
I knew your character
Before the arm?
before the arm incident.
Hmm.
Because it was the moot.
Yeah,
you
so
set in for
you
the rank challenges. He had his arm though.
No.
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 He didn't.
Nope.
No, because you guys got back.
We got back
from that
night.
incident.
All right.
Yep. I was carrying the severed arm.
Yeah, no, I sat in at the moot playing Catherine.
Yep. 'Cause we were
Catherine Dark Rain.
We were foreshadowing. Yep. Yes, Catherine Darkman.
Yeah.
Foreshadowing
Yeah.
something that we didn't run.
We didn't run, yeah. And then, oh God, over a year later,
Yeah.
yeah, I came
Yeah.
back.
With Violet,
Yep, Violet Dupree.
who was going to be integral in a plot line we didn't run.
But
But that was based off of Danny's choice.
That's
of,
true.
Yes.
of not
Yeah.
keeping the arm.
Right.
Yeah, he had the option of a cyber fetish that would have restored the arm. They,
Right.
Right.
Trying to keep
So I have
inside
had
baseball, but
3 characters with you guys.
yep,
That's true. We met your one other character though, just slightly
right.
tweaked.
Well, yeah.
Porter's version of Jasmine.
Jasmine, yeah. So
Of the hurricane variety.
you have seen 4 of my characters.
Which is awesome.
It's like, wow.
Well, you've seen all of my characters.
It's fair.
Yeah.
Well, and I think it's neat. Maybe other people would disagree. Maybe people would call dick move on it. But it's something I do, players come and go, unfortunately. Be that they outgrow it, or you lose time, or sometimes people lose interest, people grow up. But there's a lot of reasons for something to end.
Right.
And, when I have encountered characters or players, either that I want to live on through the game, or characters that were compelling or could be, I'll stop. I don't want to say steal them, but I will steal them.
Appropriate.
That's a better word.
Appropriate.
I was going to say more honest. Steal them. But I do make, I make tweaks. I make changes. I turn them into NPCs. So there's a level of, I think, homage. Yeah,
and to be fair, you did ask me about Jasmine.
Sure.
And we talked about it, and I love what you've done.
Thank you. You know what I often do? I think, but I mean, there's a lot of NPCs you guys have encountered who once upon a time, and they were different versions, like very different, but were players just like you guys.
Yeah.
All right, so you took the arm from Hunter, knowing there's a real possibility that I would not enjoy that and, at least change characters or might even stop playing.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Yeah.
Okay, so how would you play that if I had changed characters? What would you tweak?
Oh, if I were to make...
Would you keep Hunter going on?
It's funny, I asked him this question in Discord a couple days ago.
Wow.
About Ghost.
Oh, wow, okay.
Oh, that's right, you did.
Yep.
All right, no, answer them both then.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
Mr. Host of the show.
Goddamn right.
Producer Danny just stepped in.
I know, he can...
No,
you want to switch chairs? You want to go back to hosting?
No. Sorry.
Did you learn your lesson?
Yes.
Hunter... Here's the thing with Hunter. I don't think he'd live very long.
Wow.
It's a big handicap.
Thanks for reminding me.
I think he would end up probably deciding he wanted to learn more about spirits.
Okay.
He's not an overly well-spoken character. He's not super eloquent.
No.
Which is a bummer as a Philodox.
Yeah.
But so what I'm saying is I don't see him also pursuing, a more Galliard kind of thing.
Okay.
And eventually the physical limitations, he's going to hit a peak. So I see him turning more toward the spirits to try to help give him an edge to stay competitive. And probably in the long term, trying to teach.
Interesting.
He could play Whiplash and help Cubs. And I think that might be a more effective use for him, like if I were to take over.
Right.
Down the line than being in the field, because inevitably he's going to hit the wall where he is a liability.
That's kind of scary to think about, because I try really hard to not make that character a liability.
But
it's a very real possibility.
He is talking about that one character.
Right.
Which you have a pack.
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
So
point. Yeah, you wouldn't exist. I mean, that's why he's got to turn it into his own, because you wouldn't exist without the pack.
It's one of those things, like, the pack is there to pick up the slack that's created by that missing arm.
Okay.
And they do it willingly. That's just how it is. That's pack tactics.
Yeah.
That pack becomes
family.
An organism working as one, if done right.
Another reason I love the game.
Right?
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's what I would do with Hunter. And don't...
No, I'm not taking that, inside knowledge kind of stuff. And
right. It's not like I'm telling you what your future's going to look like. No, it's a totally different thing.
Right.
Because it's the difference of what I would do if he's just my NPC to make the choices that I want him to make. and react how I want him to react versus yours. Because that's a totally different thing. Yep. You're in control of how you react. Or of how, you know what I mean.
No, I know what you meant.
It's fucking, you know what I'm saying. You know.
So what about Ghost?
Well, I vaguely remember the conversation. And my first thought was he would join the Calm. And,
oh, yeah, I did see this conversation.
I don't remember where else it went, but I know I changed my mind on that.
You did change your mind because of how far I've already progressed with it.
Right, and I feel like it would be a disservice to make him one of Jude's lackeys.
Right.
You know, the rest of the Calm work well. They're good characters. They're fun, but they can't... Look, you like the X-Men?
Absolutely.
There's a reason there's not a Cyclops series. Not saying he's a shitty character. I'm saying he can't hold a title.
Right.
Docs cannot hold a title. He is not a solo. You're not buying a Docs book monthly. You're not buying a Jim Dooley book monthly.
So
even though the first two issues
Jude,
would be hilarious.
Without Jude, that pack really can't last together on their own?
They're supporting cast.
Okay.
You know, it's not that they're not fleshed out. It's just some people have the spotlight and some people don't, and that's how that works. Mm-hmm. Neither one of those guys can hold the spotlight.
They're never getting out of Jude's shadow.
No. And that's not a bad thing.
No.
They're not headliners.
They work great, though.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying is Crimson Ghost is beyond that already. So to force him in a role where he's just subservient to Jude...
Which I had an issue with.
Jude is not your favorite person.
Whatever, Minion, get to it, you know? It does him a disservice.
That's about where that ended.
Is that where that ended?
Yeah, that's where that ended.
All right.
Because I went off on a whole, damn it, Jude.
Fair enough. No, I could see, again, if I were to. You know, we lean into the heritage, you know, the Ghost of St. John and all that. But I see him taking a pack on his own and doing a world traveler bit. Not unlike what I've done, like the Silent Howl, who are world travelers.
Right.
You know, or the Calm, who pick and choose where they go, though with that is
for gain.
Right, there's a purpose behind that.
Every single time, yeah.
But in that, I could see him going, I could see Ghost do that to gain the experience like his grandfather did.
Oh, right.
And to follow in those footsteps, realizing that just being related to a hero doesn't make you a hero.
Well, that's where I was building the character to begin with.
Yeah.
Especially when I took the hiatus. I was like, if the hiatus happens and I can't come back, you already knew that that's where Ghost was going.
But you were talking about, but I want to go to St. John and hold that homeland. I'm like, no, you haven't earned it.
Yeah, you got to earn it.
You got to earn that.
Right. Well, that's why I said that's
so
his end game.
You do that 30 years from now, 40 years from now.
That is his end game.
Or likely you don't, because the apocalypse hits first and he dies screaming. Right.
But maybe it doesn't,
Just
and
like
maybe we end up with Buicks in space.
Maybe we end up with Space Buicks.
Oh.
I'll be the first one riding one.
So Silver Buick Surfer? What?
What? What?
Okay.
We'll just say yes. Okay, yes. Fine. Good job, Joey.
Oh,
I don't know how else to answer that.
Did I ask for your answer?
It sounded like a question from over here.
Someone needs to go back in his box.
I think someone, you know, being the first person to have a Rage Across the Internet shirt.
Yeah.
Really?
I think that went to his head.
Yeah.
It's the first person in the world to have that shirt. And she's looking at him, just beaming. Look at that.
Oh, yeah. Cha-ching.
I'm the king of forever. So we're going to burn that motherfucker. It's laid on the couch.
What?
After we put it through a shredder.
I know. Yeah, he had to pay for it.
Yeah, still paid for it.
Well, we're going to make Tom pay for his Patreon membership, so, I mean, you know.
You're going to make him pay for the puppies, too, right?
No, because we're going to reuse the puppies for Town 4.
Not if he gets hungry.
Look, we're all over the place with that lore. our hastily put together secondary backstory for what goes on behind the scenes here.
So how about we pivot to Cubs Corner?
I mean, we can do that.
Is it about that time? Or
About that time already?
Yeah, believe it or not.
Oh, really?
So,
We're having a lot of fun
honestly,
conversation.
I'd like to go around the table and hear one positive aspect that you can take from Werewolf to your real life.
Dibs on last.
Okay. I mean, I'll go first.
Let's go around the table.
Yeah.
I'll go first. I started playing Werewolf as a teenager, and it helped me learn leadership and how to assert my own personal, dominance. It helped me learn how to not be a mat to be walked on. So that's what I took away from it. How to assert myself. Danny?
Confidence building.
Okay.
It's the simplest answer I could possibly give you right there. It's an absolute confidence builder.
Mm-hmm. It is.
Life is hard. Life is fucking hard.
But if you can do it in Werewolf, you can do it in real life.
Exactly. Thank you. That was way less words than I was going to use, but exactly.
That's if you can, you cannot also do it in real life necessarily. I
want to see him parkour.
I knew what she meant. That's all we needed.
But just for our listeners, don't attempt to change the Krynos. Do not attempt to throw cars. You cannot reach the Umbra.
You're not the boss of them.
If you hear the totems whispering to you, seek professional help. And you cannot soak it. Tom.
But here we can.
Oh boy, after that, I'm laughing over here.
I just don't want us to get sued.
Thanks for the save.
For me, it was being able to pull myself away from myself. I mean, really being able to look at things outside the box from a different perspective than what I would normally look at life.
Okay.
I mean, it's great to think I'm this 8 to 10 foot tall rage monster.
Mm-hmm.
What am I seeing in this battlefield? How can I do this? Like, just stuff like that, where I'm in lupus, I'm down to the ground, I'm being stealthy. Just to be able to visualize that and pull myself away from myself.
Yeah.
It's role playing. I mean, again, my first role playing game.
Okay.
That's what I'm taking away from it. That's probably my favorite aspect, is I get to go be something else.
Looking at problems from a different perspective.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
And I mean, I was going to make a joke and just start quoting Joey word for word, but but
You mean Echo?
No, that's producer Joey. I see what you did there, though.
It was good.
It was.
I'll give you that one.
But there's just so many moving parts to that answer.
Mm-hmm.
There is the aspect of things just suck. I ain't going to tell anyone at this table that
adulting is hard.
No, I don't want to say that. But we got mad viruses, and we've got everyone mad about something everywhere you turn. Mm-hmm. We've got people looking to start fights over big things, over small things, over ideological stuff, over religious stuff, over give it a name. People want to fight about it. They don't just want to fight about it. They want to ruin your life over it.
Yeah.
We've got an economy because of a virus where, we have people who don't know if they get to keep their jobs. We have in other times, we have to worry about enemies overseas or all of this shit that just weighs on us.
Mm-hmm.
That cannot matter at all once that curtain goes up.
We get to hang around with our friends as many times as we can manage.
Yeah, hell yeah. But all that stuff can fade away into the background, and we can go into this world, into the world of darkness,
which is even worse.
For a reprieve,
right.
Ironically. And,
it's a way to let out aggression.
Yeah, blow off some steam. Yes, have some fun with friends and strengthen those bonds. By the way,
right?
You tell me that hasn't happened.
Oh, absolutely.
And even more personal. I've learned a lot sitting at the head of a table for 20 some odd years. Mm-hmm. Joey, she's known me damn near the entire time.
Yeah.
You put a 14-year-old in front of a table and say, you're in charge now. What?
Good luck.
That creates some mistakes.
Yeah.
But
mistakes you get to learn from.
Mistakes you get to learn from.
It's okay. Yeah. Mistakes happen.
Yeah.
Failure's the best learning tool.
It's absolutely true. I think about how much I learned about writing, about creating characters. I think back to the White Wolf HTML chats. all those different characters I play.
Yep.
When I was experimenting, I had my main, name I'd use, but I wanted to try different types of characters. Mm-hmm. What's the villain? What's the bully? What's the braggart? What's the the lazy piece of shit? And I had the benefit of being able to tell these people, these friends in these rooms, that, hey, I'm experimenting with this. So
whatever I say.
Yeah, I'm doing a thing to learn a thing. I could have done better, hindsight, to get the word out better. Oops. But I learned so much. To be able to play that villain and interact with people well and just be a total shitbag. But to see how they react.
Right. No, I see.
And to take that and to tweak that and to find a way to make that character tolerable and not a cliche, to get out of cardboard town. Right. Even that philosophy. Mm-hmm. I'm so thankful for this game. I'm thankful for you guys around this table. I'm thankful for the audience here at home.
I know.
Get your friends, give them this episode. I hope this, after we get it out of post, I hope this is the one. I hope this is the episode you sit people down with first when they're around the cusp or they're thinking about playing. I hope this is the one that pushes them over. Maybe it's not. Maybe we just were self-indulgent for an hour.
And that's okay, too.
And that's okay, too, because it's our 25th episode, and we didn't think we'd get here.
And mistakes sometimes happen, and that's okay.
Yep, and we'll probably do it harder on the 50th.
Oh, boy.
Okay. Cubs Corner.
Yeah, let's do a Cubs Corner.
Okay.
So we got one right from the Discord.
Yeah, from Charybdis.
Hey, all right.
Yeah. How do a group of different nations communicate? And secondly, how do Lupus communicate with Hamids?
Well, the answer is largely the same. Mm-hmm. And that's the Garu tongue.
Yes.
Which is a bit of a misnomer, because it's not a strictly spoken language, as it is a combination of body language and various grunts or growls or mannerisms that is instinctually known by all Garu.
Well, and then there's the Garu High Tongue, which is more of a language.
Yes, that is more. And it's like more chunks of a language.
Right. But that's more translatable.
And it has to be learned.
Yes.
But the Garu tongue, the thing, you just know it. You know it in your heart. You have it. And that's really the short version and the best way to do it, because it's the same. Mm-hmm. Anger looks like anger looks like anger.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. That's a pretty simple answer. Yeah. I wish I had more. It's like,
Yeah.
In the 20s, no, nothing like that. Just
what do you call it in our game? Wolf tongue?
Oh, it's called the Garu tongue.
Garu tongue? Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You've mentioned wolf tongue before, but I imagine it's just the same thing.
It was probably through the context of an NPC.
Okay.
Because, you got to keep in mind, they don't necessarily call things by the right name or say things by the right name or are always honest or very bright. It depends. It depends on who you're talking to, right?
And it depends on when you're talking to them and their mood.
Right?
Because maybe they just want to say something so you repeat it and sound like an idiot.
Maybe they just want to give an answer so you go away. Or maybe they weren't paying attention when they learned.
Yeah.
Well, cool answer.
So, yeah, that's it.
Well, if you have a question for us, Danny, how do they get in touch with us?
Well, they can go on the website, hit them on the forums. If you're going on the forums, grab a link to the Discord, come find us in the Discord, and ask questions there.
What's the website?
What? We have a website?
You just said go to the website.
You're right. RageAcrossTheInternet.com.
He made a mountain out of that question, didn't he?
He really did.
So if you want to support the show and show some love for us, Tom, how can you do that?
Well, we have a Patreon.
We have a Patreon.
We also have a donate button.
Guess we do that through PayPal, right? Mm-hmm. Now, what do we, kind of stuff we giving away on the Patreon?
Well, you will get an NPC of the month straight out of Porter's big book.
Yep, that is part of the tiers.
Yep.
One of the tiers is the NPC a month club.
Yep. Another tier, you get to hang out with us on the Discord once a month.
Yep, that's everybody. We do the monthly hangouts.
Nice.
This last month, we watched a crappy werewolf movie together, had a few drinks. It was a blast.
It was
so
awesome.
much fun.
We do a lot of that.
And then we've got, for the last tier, they get bonus material.
Yeah, lost episodes.
Well,
Not just. It started with the lost episode, though.
Right.
And we've got, I've got a reading of A Blanket of Anger that's going to happen. I'm pending approval from these guys. But I have a couple things that I wrote, and I'd like to do kind of like a radio play style reading of those if they pass muster. But that's up to this
I'm so
group.
in for that.
Oh yeah. We had an idea it was coming, so we're already saying yes.
Well, don't say yes until you read it.
Yeah,
If it's no
yeah.
good.
I wanna critically, review it before we agree to it.
Oh, it's fair. Because we don't want to give you guys crap.
Yep.
I'm still into it, even if we got to rewrite it a few times.
Even if Porter has to rewrite it a few times.
I mean, I'll give him some
Leeway.
stuff, too.
And then I know we got a couple blooper reels or whatnot coming.
Oh
Yep.
no! You saved all those?
Mm-hmm. You bet I did.
Enjoy,
sure.
people.
I hit the record button when you guys were not paying attention.
Oh boy.
There's censoring involved.
I hope we get one of the times that Danny rapped.
Oh no!
That really happened. That's
Only one?
It's super embarrassing.
He said times. That's multiple.
Only one?
Okay.
You only want to give. Yeah, only give him one. Only
To
do it.
start with.
You're not the producer.
And if you like what we do, and hopefully you are because you're listening. Please
Do it
rate
again.
us. Yeah, please keep tuning in, but rate us, give us reviews and likes. And I know that seems strange. I mean, I guess to me, you're listening, and that's a huge deal. But the more you do that stuff, the more we get seen, and we get to other people. And if you're out there and the show means anything to you, then maybe it's going to mean that much, or maybe even more to somebody else that just doesn't know about it yet.
Yeah.
So help us get the word out in ways like that. Recommend us, likes, thumbs up. It really matters. It feels like it shouldn't, but it's a way to get out there. And yeah, we have the store.
Definitely merch.
Yeah, full of merch, knickknacks, and nonsense.
Shirts are up.
Shirts are up, mouse pads. There's the water bottle.
Mm-hmm. Post-it notes are coming.
Post-it notes are coming.
Rage across the internet. Post-it notes. That should be fun.
I'm getting a window cling. So if you see the logo in someone's window, that might be my car.
Don't egg it.
Damn it. Now you put it out there.
Someone's gonna do it now.
Now some poor listener.
I expect a Ragabash to do it, because that's the first thing that went into my brain.
Bad person. We love what we do here. And we love this game, and we love sharing it with you. Thank you all so much. 25 episodes. Here's the next 25.
Hell yeah.
So,
Whoop, whoop.
On behalf of the crew here at Submarine Studios, I'm your host, Porter, and be excellent to each other. You take care.